I'm Michael Cthulhu.
And I like to make really big swords.
Like this one.
Now, Michael, that's not a very big sword now.
But we're gonna make it bigger.
How, you may ask?
Well, with borderline offensive Irish stereotypical magic, that's how.
First, we need a potion.
Here.
Now we need music.
And finally,
and most importantly, Cthulhu powers activate! And that right there is how it's done. Oh.
Well, I think we can all agree I nailed that accent. Hey guys, welcome back to PJT Forging. About 2 years ago, I messaged MichaelCthulhu saying that I wanted to make him some kind of gift. The reason for this being that MichaelCthulhu was the first YouTube channel that really got me motivated to getting into metalwork. Now, I've talked on this channel about various other influencers as well, such as Alex Steele or Paul Pinto, Christ-Centered Ironworks, Black Bear Forge, but the very first person who got me into it was MichaelCthulhu. Now, if you're subscribed to this channel, but you're not subscribed to his, you've got your priorities wrong. Subscribe to him. His videos are awesome. Link in description. Now, like I say, I messaged him at the time with the idea of doing some kind of version of his logo. I didn't have much of an idea other than I thought maybe like a stencil version of it or something kind of arty-farty, but more than that, it was just a stab in the dark. Now, like I say, that was 2 years ago when I messaged him, so sorry about that. But now that we've got the house more or less sorted and the workshop pretty much set up, I figure it's probably time I crack on with my obligations. So, I've messaged Mike again, and I'm currently awaiting his reply as to what sort of thing he'd like. Now, I've got an idea in mind. It's a little bit complicated. I want to try forging out a pretty decent attempt at a face. And rather than going with his main logo, I want to sort of incorporate various different aspects. So, obviously in his logo, he's still got the old respirator. I want to incorporate his new one. I want to try a few different styling techniques. I want to do a little bit of kind of armor smithing, which I've never tried before. All in all, this is going to be one hell of an experiment. I really hope you enjoy it, guys. So, come on, let's crack on with it. Well, that's terrifying. Alrighty then, so we've got the rough template of the face all done. I'm not entirely sure which bit I'm going to do next. I'm either going to cut out the eyes so that I can fit the goggles, or I don't really know why I bothered shaping the chin. I'm probably going to be cutting off the bottom half of his jaw and just welding on beard. Because as we all know, Michael Cthulhu is about 90% beard. I think something else I might do first though is the nose. Unfortunately, just through the shaping process, I couldn't get it as pronounced as I'd like, so I think what I'm going to do is I might just weld on an extra bit of steel there and then grind it to shape. Yep, I'm going to do that first. Let's do it! Well, I won't lie to you, I really struggled with that nose. There's a lot of pits and divots from the welding. I am not a welder, but it's on, and from a distance it looks good. So we'll keep it that way, I think. Well, here it is with a bit of a clean-up job. I grant you, it doesn't look great in artificial light, but you get the gist. I've marked out where I'm going to be putting the beard, and the hole at the bottom there is going to be where the respirator fits. Now, as you can probably tell, the part of this mask with the least detail and that I spent the least amount of time on is the mouth. That's because, like I say, the respirator is going to be covering the majority of the bottom half of the face, and the beard is going to be filling in the rest of the gaps, so you're not really going to be seeing it. I think I have changed my mind, however. Rather than chopping off along this line and just welding the beard on, I think I'm going to keep the facial structure, as it acts quite well as a guide as to where the facial hair is going to go. So, drilling a hole, welding the beard on, those will be the next steps. That was not easy. To say this thing has work hardened is an understatement. Well, this is as far as we got before I A, ran out of welding wire, and B, need to chop up some more beard sticks, I guess. Looks okay. There's going to be a lot of cleanup required on this. Hopefully I can hide some of it. Well, that is one precarious welding jig. Okie dokie, I think I'm probably going to be leaving the video here for now. I've hit a couple of snags, the main one being that due to the fact I've run out of flux core MIG wire, I've been having to use my little arc welder, and the cleanup on this is not fun at all. I'm getting a lot of porosity left. You can see in areas it doesn't look too bad, like this section here, but there's still little bits of porosity I'm having to grind out. And it's literally a case of weld, grind, over and over. I've probably done this thing about, I don't know, 7 or 8 times already. I also don't really like the beard. Obviously it's very messy and it needs clean up anyway, but they're not really held on very well, so I think I'm going to rethink that too. So I'm going to do a lot of the clean up off camera, and then hopefully by the time the second part of this video comes out, I'll have got pretty much back to where we are now, but to a higher quality. Also, having spoken with Mike again, we've decided that once this thing's done, we're going to be auctioning it off for charity. I would imagine it'll be for Doctors Without Borders, as that's his usual one, but that's obviously down to his discretion. If you've liked what you've seen so far, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all the usual YouTube blah blah blah, but definitely go and check out Mike's channel, because it is absolutely phenomenal. I'll leave it there anyway. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you on part 2, hopefully. See you later. Bye-bye.
Well, of all the things I thought I was going to be doing today, this is not on the list.